Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of the Ships of Naval Action. Today we're taking a look at another frigate. This time it's a British frigate. We're looking at the HMS Pandora, which is a import ship. As usual, we'll begin with her history. So, she was launched in May 1779. She was a 24-gun Porcupine class 6-race frigate or post ship. And she had a famous event happen. But we'll get to that later. So, she served in the American War of Independence, I believe. And so her first service was essentially during the American War of Independence. She was sailing in North American waters. And she was escorting convoy ships between... No, she wasn't escorting convoy ship. She was a convoy escort between England and Quebec. And during this service, she would capture numerous American privateer and a few French ones as well, I believe. HMS Pandora would be mothballed right after the American War of Independence for 7 years in Chatham. And, well, in 1790, my mistake, she would be brought back into service when a war between Spain and Great Britain was likely. However, in early August 1790, she would be tasked with something else. There was a mutiny on a certain HMS Bounty. This was an infamous mutiny. And, well, Pandora would sail out to recover the bounty. So, Pandora, she sailed out 1790 captained by Captain Edwards with a crew of 144 men. And they would essentially island hop Tahiti, Fiji and some other islands looking for the mutineers, and you can read more about it, of course, but this is mainly about the ship, not the mutiny and all that, so read the mutiny elsewhere. So would go island hopping, would spend a year or two looking for ships. However, it wouldn't go so well. On the 29th of August 1791, okay, it's more like half a year of looking around for the mutineers, and they would find 14 mutineers in the end. In 29th of August 1791, while still sailing around looking for mutineers, guess what Pandora hit? The Great Barrier Reef. And Pandora would sink the next morning, and 35 men to be clear, would lose their men, 31 crew and 4 of the mutineers. That's not ideal. So, essentially, they had to assemble all of them on a small treeless sand cay for a few nights, and they would take 4 open boats, sail out, and they would arrive in Kupang in Indonesia in September, which was a quite rough voyage, and 16 more died on that journey, essentially. So, 78 of the 144 men on board got home. So Captain Edwards and his officers were exonerated for the loss of the Pandora, so nothing else happened. And 3 of the mutineers were kind of chopped their heads off. Which is, you know, mutiny back in those days, that would definitely get your head chopped off. I mean, I don't know if it was exactly head chopped off, but they got executed, probably hanged. So 3 of the 14 that were captured were executed. So that is essentially the history of the Pandora. The colonial people in charge, because Great Barrier Reef, Australia, they decided they weren't going to bother doing anything with the ship. So there's just a shipwreck located 5 kilometers out of Britain on the Great Barrier... Australia, on the Great Barrier Reef. So I don't know if you can visit it or whatever, but you know, there's a wreck. So that is essentially the history of the Pandora. So in naval action, what is the Pandora? Well, I know that she is a import ship, and that's it really. I don't know anymore. Like, I don't know how to get her. Like, I know more about her ship, of course, but I don't know how to get her. So on screen you can of course see her stats. She is a frigate, 22 9-pounders, 4 6-pounders, I believe, on her weather deck, and she can also carry, I say 4 6-pounders, I mean 8 6-pounders, 4 on each side. She has 2 bow chasers, 2 stern chasers, and she has a bunch of swivel guns. I think it looks ugly on the ship, but whatever. So she is a light frigate. She's like a surprise class frigate. She is decently solid. She isn't anything special, honestly. Yeah, she is a solid ship. She's a frigate. Sadly, I don't know how to get her, but you know, if you can get her, definitely she is a fine ship to sail, and I would gladly recommend her. So, that's the quick video on HMS Pandora. I do hope you all enjoy. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and all of that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!